These are the first two cases. The way to solve these two is you take out one of these corners and solve it, and then solve the other one. There are two ways you can go about onelooking these two. The first way is tracing. If you don't know what that means, you basically pick one center, for example the blue one, and you see how the moves that you will do to solve the layer affect it. For example, R moves the blue here, then U doesn't affect it, and then R moves it here. And you do that for all of the centers. The other way is you can set it up to that tree mover, where these three just cycle around from right to left. And yeah, that's basically it for the centers. Experiment and see what you like the best. Corners are super simple because, I mean, you can trace these two and they move by, for example, by putting that one here. Or if you trace them, like do all of the moves, they move like that, and then up here. Super simple. And for the mirror, it's the same thing. You can trace the centers, or you can set it up to that tree mover. And once again, I trace these two corners. And yeah. These are the first two cases. For that one, I'm gonna trace red first. The first move will move it here, and the second move will move it here. Now I'm gonna trace yellow. The first move doesn't affect it, the second move solves it here, and the third move, nothing happens. I'm gonna look at blue next. The first move, nothing happens. The second move, it moves up here, and the third move moves it here, so it's opposite. And that's all of the information I need to know for centers. So yellow is solved here, our U center is here, and we have an opposite here. Now I'm gonna look at corners. I'm gonna trace these two, and I know from experience that they will move like from up to this position. So we have pi here, and this one in the back is solved. I mean, it's opposite, and our U center is here, and these two are solved. So we have an H-perm skip case. And we're gonna do a Y2 hatch, and then to here sledge. And let's do it. And yeah, hatch and sledge. And for that one, for example, let's trace the red one. The first move moves it here, the second move, nothing happens, and the third move moves it here. Now I'm gonna look at the yellow one. The first move moves it here, the second move moves it here, so it's opposite, and the third move, nothing happens. Then I'm gonna look at blue next. The first move, nothing happens. The second move makes it opposite, and the third move, nothing happens. So our U center is here, and these two are opposite. I'm gonna look at corners next. I'm gonna look at these two, and these two will just do that move. So I know I have pi in the left, these two are opposite, and our U center is here. And I use this NS. These are the next two cases. The way you solve these two is you set it up to these two mover, and to onelook these two. Once again, there are two ways to onelook. you can trace all of the centers by yourself, or you can trace one move to this pattern where these three circle around in the back. And I think this one is actually better, because at the same time you also trace the corners, because these two won't move. And that's why I'm gonna use that way to one look these two. So you trace one move, and then this case, and corners stay in the same place. And for that one, the same thing, one move to that case, center cycle, and corner stay. Here are examples. Okay, for that one, I'm gonna trace one move to that case, and I'm gonna look at corners first. So this one will be here, and this one will get solved. So we have peanut in the back left. Then this one will go here and it won't move, and orange will be up here and it won't move. Then this one will go here, and the case we talked about will move it back here. This one will go here, and this one will go here. So our U center is in the back, and this one is opposite. And we have pi in the back left. So we have an arrow right here, and this one is opposite. And the other one, I'm gonna trace one move to that case. So this one will be solved here, and this one will be here. So we have peanut in the back left. Then for centers, this one will move here, and it won't move. And our U center will be on the top. Then white, the first move moves it here, and the pattern moves it in the back, so it's opposite. And red will move here, so red is solved and white is opposite. And we have peanut in the back left. That means we have like a hatch here, and then slash here.